Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Hellbender. And guess what? This is another interesting and quality horror flick coming your way from Shudder. And Shudder is just endless supply of plenty of thrillers and horror films. And this one is, I feel like, a uniquely dark and different kind of coming-of-age story, which is about a young woman who's told her whole entire life that she has a immunocompromised state of being and she needs to be away in the woods with just her and her mother. And as she slowly starts to connect with people her own age in the woods and trying to really realize, like, she's a witch and so is her mother, and what this all means for her future. And this story plays out with really creepy and inspired imagery. You can tell this film's lower budget, and there's some moments that feel like kind of lower budget, but I feel like with the low budget, and that doesn't really take away from what our three directors and their cinematographer are able to create on the screen, because this is directed by John Adams, Zelda Adams, and Toby, who are all also members of the cast, with this very minimal cast out in the woods. And you have these really just creepy and unnerving images throughout the film. There's especially some great ones once you get to the third act, where you feel the film really goes full-blown, like, witchcraft. And you get to see some things that are just like, whoa, I don't like this. And it's really creepy and it's unnerving. But you have Zelda Adams, who plays Izzy, our main character. And she seems sweet and reserved, and as slowly becomes more inquisitive and ambitious about what her life could really be, as the truth starts to come from her mother and from her own experiences. And you see her grow in maybe not the most expected kind of way as this film, and you do see this confidence take over her, and Zelda Adams is able to capture that so organically. And you have Toby, who plays her mother, who is a great presence throughout this film. And you see this level of, like, she reminds me a lot of, like, Mother Gothel, like that kind of story from, like, Tangled. But she's caring and holds dark secrets, though. She's hiding a lot from her daughter and trying to focus in on what it really means to be a witch, and helping her daughter trying to slowly realize what this reality really means for her, and holding back certain things that could drastically change the relationship. And you can see how nervous she gets as things go on, and she starts to lose power and control over her daughter, and you get to see that transference of power and confidence and control in Izzy, and Adams portrays that so poignantly in this film. You have John Adams, who directs this film and plays one small character who pops up in the film. And this is dark and eerie, and the camera moves so well, and it capitalizes on its setting, which is very fully well realized in this film, and even is able to capture some really creepy settings that are set up that are less organic of just like being out in the woods as the film goes on. There are some tropes and things that you might expect, but I can guarantee you not everything goes as expected, and this does subvert a lot of expectations of what, like, witch stories might be and what coming-of-age stories might be. And it's a unique turn on witches and that dynamic of power and really realizing who you are and what control that you have. And I feel like there's some poignant character development throughout this film that really takes you and these characters on a journey. And I really like this film a lot. And I think this is going to be one of those great hidden gems that you can go click on to Shudder and have a great genre thrill time with it. And it is pretty relatable with the coming-of-age story as well, and trying to realize and fully connect with who you are deep inside. But those are my thoughts on Hellbender. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.